Good evening. This is Dominic with TheBackVlog. Recently, I finished the final entry in Kaneki's saga of Tokyo Ghoul. And man, is it sad. I'm going to spoil the shit out of Tokyo Ghoul. If you're watching a video about the final volume in the series of Tokyo Ghoul, I'm going to assume that you finished it. Kaneki dies, and it's a bummer. It really bums me out. And it's so sad because it is a life that he didn't choose. It's a life that none of these characters choose on both sides, the human side and the ghoul side. It's just a really shitty situation all around. And you know, the fact that obviously the big philosophical discussion that I was waiting for Kaneki and Amon to have in this series never ended up even really happening, because the way that things are just so baked into their respective duties that they never got to have that conversation, and they just kind of ended up killing each other, which is really depressing because there are two sides worth hearing out, but because I'm about to basically say what I just said, repeated myself, but yeah. So the scene that Kaneki dies is preceded by him and I think, what's his name, Hide. I don't know what his full name is though. I guess Nagachika. I don't know his name, his full name, but you know, he and Kaneki have the reunion basically after all this time of you know, Kaneki having disappeared after, you know, turning into a ghoul, and it's like the last semblance of his humanity. And you know, you have his what is it, his Kakuja, I think it is. I think it's like the corrupted ghoul form, the centipede, is basically like a venom symbiote, like taking over his actions and his consciousness, and it's heavily implied that he like eats him. I'm pretty sure that's what happens, and that is depressing. And then you have the whole Suzuya stuff that's happening. I'm really bad at the names of the CCG people, but you know, there's the one character who, you know, Suzuya like really looked up to, and you know, he also like lost his life, and the fact that was able to crack his shell and like, you know, break out of the diabolical insanity that he's had up to this point. Like seeing that side of him was like unexpectedly really sad. Like I was never expecting to see him be something other than psychotic. I think the way that this story sets up the sequel was a little bit surprising to me. I always thought, you know, going into this, that Tokyo Ghoul Re, because I've always been aware of it, I thought it was a spin-off series. I didn't realize it is acting more as a direct sequel. Because I mean, obviously, like spin-offs are not to say they're not sequels, but like Re is a genuine continuation of the story. So now I almost feel obligated to read it, especially with, you know, my last note here. Sen Takatsuki, the author, I guess, is the One-Eyed Ghoul. I think that was a reveal that was kind of like really unexpected, and not really like, not in a bad way, but also not in a good way, like because I already have a difficult time reading and perceiving the action scenes in these books. So like whenever it's like revealed that I believe it's Takatsuki, I'm like, wait, who is this? Is that who it is? Is that what's going on here? And honestly, the only reason that I knew it was her is because of the final page here, where it kind of like gives you a rundown of like what happened I don't know if it's focusing or anything, but yeah. So that did confuse me a little bit. This is a series like I'll definitely like revisit, especially now that I need to read the freaking sequel series. But yeah, I'm glad I filled that gap of my knowledge in what makes this series great. And I'm looking forward to experiencing ostensibly the next half of it. But until then, we'll see.